Hey you all, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to another video with Shauna over here at Moments with Us. First of all, let me tell you guys with this date of this whole recession. So firstly, they were saying that it wasn't supposed to last long in the very beginning, right? With the whole inflation and everything else. And then we got a date of 2023, the possible year that everything could be easing up. And now we have a date of 2024. Raise your hands in the air like you just don't care if you feel it in your heart that this is going to last way longer than 2024. Let me know if y'all giving this like, what do they say? Oh, what's your 5-year plan? Let me know what you think that this 5-year plan consists of. Yeah, because it ain't going nowhere. And for people that are saying that, oh, it's gonna be okay, everything is gonna start easing up. I don't know about none of that. I honestly don't know about none of that. So Elon Musk says we're already in a recession that could last until spring 2024. And only the strong will survive. Listen, only the strong will survive. So you want to ask yourself real quick, are you strong? What are they considering strong? I'm going to pin this article down in the comments down below. It's going to be a pinned comment, so make sure you guys check that out because we're not going to read this whole article because I don't want to take up most of y'all time. Have y'all heard about the people in the Tesla cars getting locked in? And oh, y'all, it's ridiculous. If I find a few of them reports, we're going to just go ahead and read through some of them. But it's like just certain reports that I read in the morning when I first wake up. I don't record. I just go on and read them, and I just tell myself, look at this nonsense. Y'all know how y'all see that little talk show, or y'all listen to that little talk show on the radio or something like this, and you just tell yourself, that's nonsense. Yeah, so it's just one of those. So periodic downturns help to cleanse the economy of companies that do not deserve to live on, according to the Tesla CEO. Look at you, Mr. Big Man, making some big money. I think he's going to be one of the strong ones that will survive, huh? The world could be facing the longest recession it has seen since the global financial crisis over a decade ago, according to Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk. Asked to predict the length of a contraction in economic activity, the world's richest and most successful entrepreneur responded on Thursday, probably until spring of 2024. So hold on. He is the most richest. So he's going to be one of those. Where we at? Strong that will survive. Because he's rich, right? He's got the resources now to get him to where he needs to be in the future, right? 2024, right? It says, I hate these ads. Oh my gosh. This would set the U.S. gross domestic product on course to shrink for a period longer than the 18-month recession of the global financial crisis, which lasted from December 2007 till June of 2009. Painful, but necessary. While these bouts are painful, Musk indicated they do serve a valuable purpose of shaking out bad business ideas, by cleaning the market of so-called malinvestments. Such poor investments gradually build in the system during boom times as capital chases increasingly marginal profits until the incremental returns no longer justify the risk. So they're trying to shake out all of these, what do you call it? These 1, 2, 3 businesses, I guess. I'm not too sure about that. So just basically they're saying that they're trying to get rid of all of these poor investments, all of these small owned businesses, maybe. So the Tesla owner on, I guess, Twitter says, how long do you think the recession will last? And Elon Musk did respond saying, just guessing, but probably until spring of 24. A key element factoring into investor calculations is the cost of money, which is set by the world's central bank. Until its recent shift to rate rises. Did y'all guys see how the prices of houses are dropping, but the interest rates are rising like it ain't nobody business? Until its recent shift to rates rises, the largest central bank, the U.S. Federal Reserve, had its foot on the accelerator pedal in an effort to suspend the normal dips of the economic cycle. It is no accident, then, that ever since June 2009, that the U.S. economy has contracted only once for 2 short months. According to the National Bureau of Economic Research, the government agency that declares the official start and end dates of a recession. Ever since the global financial crisis, policymakers have pumped unprecedented stimulus into the system to prevent a recession, mainly in form of trillions of dollars of freshly created money, but also through fiscal, but also through fiscal measures such as corporate tax cuts and pandemic checks. Please don't go start pointing this out to all of these little pandemic checks. Other countries got way more money than our little stimulus that we had got, right? In such a cheap money environment, investors have been rewarded for withdrawing their savings and putting the money to work by backing new startups that promise to solve major social problems. Social problems such as Theranos and Nikola Corp, or have innovative ideas like Juicero and Celius. It's these same kind of companies that invariably suffer when cheap money dries up. Bill comes due. Non-inflationary economic growth is largely a function of productivity and cannot be achieved through sustained money printing, although modern monetary theory, until recently fashionable in some circles, did attempt to argue there was such a thing as a free lunch, like this Popeyes box. Eventually, the bill comes due, triggering a wave of insolvencies as weak managers run out of investors willing to finance their business plan. Recessions do have a silver lining, and the companies that shouldn't exist stop existing, wrote Musk. Someone asks, how close was Tesla from bankruptcy when bringing the Model 3 to mass production? Elon Musk responds, closest we got in about a month. The Model 3 ramp was extreme stress and pain for a long time. From mid-2017 to mid-2019, production and logistics hell. Experts believe that point is upon us. After offering markets a buffet of nonstop cheap money, the Federal Reserve has now been forced into an abrupt reversal to cool off an overheating economy. So what's going to happen is they're going to keep turning the heat up on us, hoping that the economy will slow. When things will sort of kind of get back to normal. But the problem that I'm having with this, now when it comes down to the prices of things, like not just food, and, not just supplies, not just with stocking up overall. But when it comes down to, let's say you already live in a house that you're renting, for instance, and your landlord already tuned up that rent. Ain't no way that if these prices go down and you continue to live there, that they're going to come down on the rent. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying, if things do start to slow, there's no way that they're going to come back down on the price that you're paying for your rent, because they're going to keep collecting. They're going to benefit. It's about profit. Everything's about profit, right? So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Less than a week ago, the newest winner of the Nobel Prize in Economics, Douglas Diamond, told Fortune that the U.S. Central Bank held rates too low for too long and now risk a crash. This year alone, the central bank hiked rates by 3 full percentage points, dramatically affecting asset prices for everything from stocks and housing to cryptocurrencies. As recently as the start of March, when policymakers knew inflation was running at 8%, as they say it was, the Fed was still expanding its balance sheet, and with it, the money supply. Elon Musk himself recently expressed his disdain for the Fed. agreeing with Wharton finance professor Jeremy Siegel, who blasted Fed policymakers for making the biggest mistake in the institution of 110-year history. Siegel is obviously correct. So what is the Fed really up to, right? Ironically, one of those companies that might not have survived is Musk's own. The CEO admitted back at the height of the stock market bubble that Tesla was about a month away from bankruptcy. The prime beneficiary of the 2020 pandemic rally might not have survived had it not been for the Fed's decade-long period of ultra-low interest rates and monetary stimulus. That's it. We actually read the whole article, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and pin this article down in the comments below so y'all can check it out. Take your time in, take your time out, and pull some things from these comments. Not from the comments, from the article. What am I talking about, y'all? Let me stay on track. I'm over here picking the kids up from school and recording this video for you guys. Yes. Yes. So, you guys, what y'all think about this? Is the Fed doing something wrong? Or are they doing something right? Is the economy going to start to ease after the year 2024? And what do you think the 5-year plan is? Or do they not have a plan? Are they just going with the flow and not knowing what they doing? Or they know what they doing and they just still going with the flow? Well, until next time, you guys, stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and remain beautiful queens and kings. This is Shauna checking out from Moments With Us, and I'm going to check y'all next video. Peace out.